All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Moncho Publishers, where we live that passive income life one idea at a time. So today what I wanted to talk with you guys about is another side hustle that you can do. You're always asking about different side hustles that you can pad your account with a little bit more money. So this is one that I actually do, and it is user testing. It's a simple website. I'm going in now. Since I've already logged in, this is what you see when you come into the account. Basically, user testing is exactly what it says. You help people test different things out from your computer or via your mobile phone. So this is my available tests, and you can see that there are over 5 pages worth of tests that I can take screeners for to see if I'm compatible for the test. So just to walk you through what it looks like here, like I said, we're on the available test tab. This shows tests that I have completed, and you can see how much I got paid for the test. Most of them will be $10 for each test that you take, and it usually takes about 10 to 15 minutes. It depends. It will tell you when you are able to do the test how long it takes to do that particular test. Most of mine that I have on here, they haven't been rated. This is the very first one I did back in March. And when I did this, it was just to see what it was actually about. It wasn't something that I was going to use as a constant resource, but it is something that you can do. If you're only looking for a couple of $100, a month, this may be something you can add on. And it's simple. You can do it from your laptop or from your phone. And this particular one, like they said on here, a typical test should take you around 15 to 20 minutes, to complete. To make $10 for 15 to 20 minutes, I think that's great, And like I said, you're just reviewing websites or products online or via your phone. This basically is your profile. This is messages, and then help center if there's, help that you need on anything. So let's go back to the available tests, and I'll just walk you through on how you get set up to do a particular test. Number one, what you see up here, this is a live conversation that I've signed up for. And this one will actually pay me $60 to do because it's a live conversation and it's for an hour. So basically $1 a minute is what you're getting, on that. I set it up for tomorrow. And right here it says a join test button will appear 15 minutes before the interview. I have never done an interview type before, so I wanted to see what that was actually like. And as you can see, like I said, mine is set up for tomorrow. So let's go down here and I'll show you how the screeners are. This particular one right here, I've already completed the screener. And I can decline or I can view the test, meaning I can take this test if I want to. I've already done or completed the screening for it. So I can either decline it or I can view it and start taking it. You can, if you heard the beeps, these are new tests that are actually coming in. And when a new test comes in, you hear that little ringing that happens. So let's do this. Let's take a screener. And it'll tell you immediately within, 1 or 2 questions whether you meet the criteria for the test. So this right here, have you played games on Facebook before? Yes, I have. So I'm going to select yes. And then you hit continue. Okay, so this one is, you can now view this test. Please review any other requirements to see if you're still qualified. So we're going to view the test. Particular test, as you can see at the top, it says Mac or Windows computer. If it's a test that you need to do via your phone, it will show a picture of a phone there. So the scenario for this test, it says, please make sure you are logged into Facebook and enter this URL. So basically you're going to copy that. It looks like it's a solitary type game. It says, imagine you started playing solitaire garden on Facebook, and please complete the first 15 levels. Number 3, attention. Please always share your thoughts out loud when playing. We are trying to improve the game based on your feedback. We love good critics. Okay, so I can either decline this test or I can accept this particular test. And if I click accept, it's going to go into the process of getting me ready to take the actual test. And so with that being said, I'm not going to click on that, right now. I just wanted you to actually see what it was actually about. But if I go over here, click completed test, and then I'm going to click back on available tests. All right, so when I click back, it shows you, the test that, I have on here, which is the one we just did, decline test or view test. So that one's right there. And I think that is, let me see, let me go to the next page real quick. Okay, so here's an example of what I wanted to show you about whether you have to take it on your phone or computer. So when you look at these, this is one that you have to take using an iPhone. You set up your profile, it will ask you certain questions. What kind of computer do you have? What type of phone do you have? They're going to send you tests that will work for the devices that you have. Okay, so when we go back over here, basically you can see now that I can decline or I can view this test. This is a test that I'm going to take. It'll probably pay me $10 to actually do that test. I won't do it in the middle of this recording, but I did want you to see how easy it is to actually screen yourself and be selected to take a test. I'll take it. It's probably going to be about 10-15 minutes. I make $10. It's not a lot of money, but it's easy money that you can actually make. Actually set up an account with user testing. You have to have a PayPal account. They don't accept anything else except PayPal, unless something has changed from March when I first signed up for this. So once you take your first test, it takes 10 to 15 days when you're doing your very first test to get paid. But then after that, they pay you a little bit quicker. It's only a couple of days after you have completed your test, because they go in, they listen to it, they make sure the audio is good, that they can hear you, and that everything is good for the client who is paying to have you do their particular test. So let's go to another screener. So if I go to this screener, it says, how many employees does your company have? Ones that I do like this, I don't typically get picked for. So what is your role? I'm just going to say operations. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you don't qualify. So it says, unfortunately, you don't qualify for this test. So you basically hit the back to my dashboard, and you go through and you click on the next screener. I have quite a few pages in here. As you can see, I got 11 pages worth of tests that I can screen for to see if I qualify. Most of them I don't end up qualifying for. That's why I say it depends on what your situation is. It looks like sometimes they want someone who is experienced with, I'll get a lot of tests that's around online shopping or buying vacations or using, different sites. Sometimes they want you to have experience where you've already seen that particular site. Then other times they want a newbie. You've never seen it before. You've never tried any of the Booking.com or TripAdvisors or anything like that. They're looking for someone that is a newbie, so that when you start going through viewing their website, you're new, and so you can give your feedback. Now, when you're actually taking the test, you will talk throughout the entire test, just so you know. They want to hear what your thoughts are. So just for an example, let's say you're doing a test on a website, and what happens is when you say that you accept the test, they're going to get you to put your microphone in, or if you are going to use your mic that's already on your computer, you can talk through your computer. Doesn't matter how you do it. You just want to make sure that you're in a nice, quiet place and you have at least 20 to 30 minutes that you can take the test that they have. The test should only take 15 to 20 minutes, but I just say 30 minutes to get yourself prepared. Once you start the test, they will check your sound to make sure they can hear you well. And then they will make sure that your screen, is visible. And they have little tools. They'll just send you an actual notification. You click it and it shows your screen and everything so they can see it. And then they'll tell you while you're taking a test, think out loud. So just like I'm recording this for you, let's say that this screen right here was what they wanted me to give my input on. So what I would do is I would come into this screen and I would say, okay, oh, well, this is pretty good. It's easy to read. They have things divided out in sections. It's not a cluttered screen. I like the colors, the blue and white. It kind of sets it off. I like blue, so that looks pretty good to me. Notifications across the top or the menu is easy to read. Available tests, self-explanatory. Completed tests, self-explanatory. Basically, everything on the menu, I know what it means without even going into each one of those. As I scroll down the screen, I can see that the tests are broken out by test numbers. And I can also tell which device I need to use to actually take the test. So this one I can use my Mac computer or my Windows computer, but this one I see I have to use with my iPhone. Let's see. Oh, well, this one I could use my iPhone or an Android phone. And this one looks like it's a live conversation. Oh, and this one pays $60. So that's pretty good. I think the screen looks really good. It's self-explanatory. I understand everything about it. So I think this is a pretty good website that I would probably use. And that's what they're looking for. When you're actually going through your test, you have to talk it out like that. But it's really easy to do. I would advise you that if you want something simple to do that you could do while you're sitting at your kitchen table, or if you're wasting, need to waste a couple of minutes instead of binge watching something on Netflix, you can go in and make 10 to 20 bucks, real easy. If you got more time and you qualify, you can make as much as 60 bucks, for an hour going through a live conversation. But either way, you can make pretty good money on this, especially if you can qualify for the test when you take the screener. So hopefully this helped you out. To find another side hustle that you can put in your tool belt. If you have any questions about the user testing site, just let me know. Drop a comment below. But hopefully this is something you could do. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Monsho Publishers, and I'll look to talk with you in the next video.